I'm Matt from Chaparral Motorsports here with Dunlop's MX32 Geomax tire. So today's a little bit different. We have Aaron Klein from Tucker Rocky. He's representing Dunlop and he's going to talk to us about the features of the new MX32. So Aaron, what would you say this tire was designed around, and who is this tire for?
Well, Matt, I'm glad you asked me that question, because choosing the right tire for the right compound of dirt is very important. You want to get the most out of the tire that you're using, you've got to select the right tire, correct? So the Geomax 32 was designed around more of a soft to intermediate compound of dirt. So knowing the dirt that you're riding obviously is very important. We want to get that maximum performance out of those tires. So in this case, the soft to intermediate terrain would be the ideal situation for this tire. Dunlop's done a lot of testing over the last 2 years on this tire to really make sure that they've got this thing fine-tuned, and you're going to have the best experience you possibly could out of this tire.
So from what I understand, Dunlop's using a new compound in this tire. Could you explain that a little bit more?
Yeah, kind of like we talked about on the soft to intermediate compound dirt. We want to tune this tire to really work best for those situations. So Dunlop has changed the compound of rubber in this tire to really allow it to bite and get a hold of the dirt in those soft, loamy conditions.
So now let's talk about the steering and handling that these tires are capable of. What changes did Dunlop make this year on the MX32 that improves the overall handling?
We want to win races, you want to be out there, you want to have a good experience while you're out riding. Handling is all of it. If you have a tire that doesn't handle correctly, you feel it all day long. You can't put the lines together, you're just missing your corners, you're off your mark. So Dunlop really went back to the table and looked at what can we do to enhance the way this tire really acts out there on the track. A lot of the pros were saying obviously cornering's a big deal. You can quicker in, quicker out. Dunlop addressed that. They're now using a block and a block design on the side lugs of this tire, which really helped that thing bite a hold of the dirt. With the change in the compounds of tire in the rubber, this thing really gets a hold of the dirt, especially at max lean angles or at top professional type use. So Matt, partly what makes this thing do so well in that soft to intermediate terrain is the lug spacing. So when I talk about the lug spacing, in a soft intermediate terrain tire, we want to have a little bit more open lug. That's really going to allow that knobby to get down into the dirt, to bite down, not get packed up with dirt. So that definitely helps with that soft to intermediate terrain. It's also using a rebound technology in the compound of rubber as well that really helps slow down the way the tire reacts to square edge or hard bumps. It's going to slow all that energy down and try to keep that tire from actually hopping up off the ground. And obviously, a tire that's on the dirt is making contact, correct? So we're making drive, we're making headway, and that is one of the things that Dunlop did address with the rubber compounds in this tire. Also, if you notice in the sidewall here for the handling, this really helps. This is a lug and a lug. It's a new concept that Dunlop brought out. It's a raised center lug with a lower outer lug. What this does is that now it allows 2 points of contact to the dirt. So handling characteristics definitely increase. So now when this bike's leaned over and you get out on the cornering lugs, this thing's really getting a hold of the dirt. Also, the rubber compound that they're using really allows some longevity out of this tire. The tire is being used and has been used for the last 2 years now with a lot of top professionals, and a lot of them are saying the exact same thing. They're getting good life out of this tire. It's actually getting some track time out there, and they're not having to constantly replace tires as often as they would have in the past. They've also stiffened up the sidewall of this tire a little bit to take away some of the flex, let that knob really do what it's supposed to do and get down and bite into the dirt and hang on. Straight line performance, the staggered lug pattern on the rear as well as the front really helps that thing get front line traction. We want to drive it down the track, we want to go strong, so that change really helped get that tire to hook up and pull point and shoot, really get you out of the hole strong. If you've noticed a lot of the guys, especially with a lot of the racing lately, the bikes, the performance is right there, right? There's not a lot they're giving up from one bike to the next.
Right.
But look at the hole shots of the guys that some of these Dunlop guys are getting. I mean, just obscene hole shots, really getting out there in front. Something to really make note of is the front tire is a staggered lug pattern for the soft intermediate terrain. Exactly the same thing. It's going to bite a hold of that loose, loamy dirt, get down in there, and not pack itself up with dirt. Also, for the handling characteristics in the cornering of the front tire, it is a directional tire, so it's going to stay in one direction. You can't flip this one. You're going to run it in one direction all the time. Now, handling, the chiseled side block on this tire really, when you see it and you really take a good look at it, it's really sharp edge, so it's really going to bite a hold of that dirt and really give you the cornering characteristics that you're looking for out of a soft intermediate terrain tire. Many of the top pros are saying This tire is very predictable. If it's going to slide, it's only going to slide so much. I know where that tire is going to stop, so I know how hard I can push it before the tire gives up.
Right.
As a professional, that's key. I mean, you need to know how hard you can drive this thing in because seconds count on the track. Out there, when you're a recreational guy, you want to have a great enjoyment. You want to have a good ride. This tire is definitely going to be the tire. Like I said, terrain is going to be what changes what tire you're working on for the Dunlops. Dunlop had 3 different tires last year. They were covering a soft terrain, an intermediate terrain, and a hard terrain. So if the track changed at all within the day, guess what? You were probably running the wrong tire at some point.
Right.
Now, with the 32 and the 52 overlapping so strongly in the middle, now you just got to start, hey, where does my track start? Or do I start as an intermediate terrain and then get harder in the afternoon? Or do we start real soft and loamy, kind of come down to a hard pack mid-afternoon, late motos? Really helps you make the right decision when it comes to tires.
So pretty much more longevity, better versatility, and better handling. I mean,
can't ask for much more than that, right?
Yeah.
I mean, here the race results kind of speak for themselves, obviously. We've seen many top professionals during the Nationals, Supercross series that are all winning on the Dunlop Geomax MX32 tire. It's a great tire. I would not be bashful to say, hey, get out, try it. I'm sure if you're out there racing and you choose the right conditions for this tire, it's definitely going to help you put a podium together.
Well, thank you so much for coming out, Aaron.
Hey, thanks for having me.
For more information on the MX32, visit our website, shapmoto.com. And as always, we have 3 easy ways for you to shop. Give us a call, 1-800-841-2960. Visit us at shapmoto.com or see us at our 160,000 square foot motorsports superstore. Thanks for watching. I'm Matt from Chaparral, your destination for all things motorsports.